Say, how many worship you? Come on, get those hands in the air. I do worship you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. God bless you. Welcome to the Community Shall Be Restored television show. I'm your host, Prophet Cedric Banks, along with
Prophetess Donetta Banks.
We have a tremendous show for you today. Someone here today on our right that is doing some great things. But first of all, we want to tell you a little something. Next year in 2017, we have some outstanding prophets coming to the Heart of Jesus Church from out of town. They are, they are literally outstanding. We have Prophet Ed Fleming, an outstanding prophet, a longtime friend of mine, and an outstanding prophet. I mean, this man can really prophesy very well. He will be here the last Sunday in March at 2 o'clock, March the 26th at 2 p.m. right here at 14111 East 7 Mile Road at the Heart of Jesus Church. We have a dynamic prophet by the name of Prophet Ed Fleming will be here. And also that next month in April, the last Sunday in April, at 2 p.m. and that will be April the 30th. At 2 p.m. right here at the Heart of Jesus Church, we have a outstanding prophet, Prophet Cleotis Thompson, a good friend of mine. And we will be at 2328, another one of our facilities where we hold our events at, satellite places where we hold our events at. That will be February, the last Friday in February, February the 24th at
New
Generations Community Center at 5 o'clock. That will be a 5 o'clock start. We have just a dynamic order of guests. We have President Andre Walt of the 9th Precinct Community Relations will be there. President Andre Walt of the 9th Precinct Community Relations will be there. Also, we have the Detroit Water Board and Sewage will be there. And they will be talking about how to get your water bill lowered. And also we have the community benefit, Linda Campbell, who wrote the proposals for the Detroit City Council for the community benefits agreement. You want to be right there. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have food. We're going to be serving. You don't want to miss that. And we have 3 dynamic guests. But right now we have an outstanding guest right here on the right-hand side of me who's doing some outstanding things in the community. And you know this community organization because they have been a blessing, nothing but a blessing down through the years of many, many generations. They have a known name. Their name is very known in the community. And not only their name is very known, they have really, really helped a lot of people down through the years. Just put a smile on their face at the time of Christmas. Let's welcome Marshall Hunt from Goodfellows. Let's give him a hand.
Thank you very much.
Marshall, welcome to the Community Shall Be Restored.
I appreciate the opportunity to be here today.
We're happy to have you. We're happy to have you. You know, Marshall, how long have Goodfellows been in existence?
Goodfellows have been around for 102 years.
What now?
102 years.
102 years?
102 years.
Wow.
Started in 1914 by James Brady. Interesting, he was a tax collector, but he felt strongly that no kiddie should be without a Christmas. So he formed the original Goodfellows. It was originally set up with the help of Old Newsboys Association. These were men who had gone on to be successful, but had started selling newspapers as kids, as young people. So for a long time, the Goodfellows, and our name is still officially the old Newsboys Goodfellow Fund of Detroit. But for a long time, you had to be a newsboy to become a Goodfellow, but that's no longer the case. We have a very diverse membership. You do have to be sponsored by another member, but we also have great volunteer opportunities. But getting back to what we do, we gave out 34,000 packages
This year?
This year.
Wow. So you helped make 34,000 families Christmas.
Yeah. Now even, maybe not quite that many families because there's more than one child in a family, but 34,000 children.
34,000 children. Wow, that's outstanding.
And we help children 4 through 13 in Detroit, Harper Woods, Hamtramck, Highland Park, and River Rouge. They have to have an MI health card. That's the main requirement to be served by the Goodfellows. Right now, we have given out all the packages this year. However, if somebody has a computer, I'd like them to think about going online to DetroitGoodfellows.org and sign up for an application online for next year. You know, I know it's early. The normal process through the mail would be to mail an application in October, which they would get in August. But if people want to be ahead of the curve, go ahead and get online right now, DetroitGoodfellows.org. Fill out an application and you'll be all set for next year.
Okay, now I see you got some goodie boxes right here.
Yeah.
Some Goodfellow boxes right here. Can we show that to those out there that out there in TV land? You know what all that? What are some of the items and things that Goodfellows give away to the residents of the city of Detroit and Harper Woods and all those other places?
Well, we're known for our dolls. These would be going to girls 5 through 8. Now this is a great opportunity to volunteer with the Goodfellows. These dolls are dressed by volunteers, typically in the spring, so they're available for the boxes. Corporate groups, neighborhood associations, many people dress dolls. So if you're interested in helping dress dolls, there's an opportunity there to go to the Goodfellows website and volunteer. We've got clothing, socks, hats, gloves.
Let the TV audience see the socks and everything,
yeah.
and
okay.
the dental kit. Was it the dental kit right here?
Yeah,
the dental kit right there.
We have a dental kit.
Okay.
And now we want to have a little bit of fun, so we do have candy that may not go with the dental kit, but we like them to have a little fun. And there's books and games and a little.
What is this? A little.
It's a little thing that lights up.
Little monster or a little bear? Is it?
Yeah, it's a little bear.
little Care Bear. Yeah. Oh, look at him! He lights up. Look how pretty that is. Oh, how cute. Oh, Jabba.
And we have crayons, but, you know, so we want to have a mixture. We want to have the essentials,
right,
underwear, but we want to also have a little bit of fun too. So this is the girl 7, and this doll is just adorable.
Yeah.
So I would like people to think about helping us with the packages. We use volunteers at the distribution sites, again with the dolls. Part of the mission, in addition to helping out at Christmas, we do have a summer camp program where we support summer camps in the city. We also honor a teacher of the year, and we
so you all honor teachers of the year, huh?
Yeah, we select a teacher of the year. That's kind of neat because the students will write in as to why their teacher should be nominated.
Oh,
so that gets the students involved in trying to help out their teacher get recognition.
Right.
We also have a dental program in the summer to help with dental needs. So we're year-round, but again, we're known for our Christmas packages. We have about 350 members. We encourage people to think about volunteering, or if anybody's interested in the membership and knows a member, we can certainly get you into membership. We do things like sell newspapers. The first Monday after Thanksgiving, we're out in the cold selling newspapers. That's kind of what one of our traditions.
What type of newspapers?
This will be a special edition of the News and Free Press, which is sold that day to raise money for the Goodfellows. The papers have
So Goodfellows, they don't have their own newspaper or anything?
No, this would be a special edition of the regular paper. We also march in the Thanksgiving Day parade and things like that. It's just a fun organization. I had first heard about them when I was a kid, and I heard that my cousins wouldn't have had a Christmas except for the Goodfellows, and that stuck with me for a number of years. And one day I received a letter from a friend of mine requesting a donation to the Goodfellows. That's another thing that members do. We write letters to family, friends, co-workers to ask for donations. That's a tradition with the Goodfellows. And for about 10 years, I donated to my friend to the Goodfellows. I wanted to join, but I thought you had to be an old newsboy. Now I'm old enough, but it turned out I didn't have to be a regular newsboy. I had a substitute route, so I did have some exposure. But really, you don't have to be a newsboy anymore. You just have to be willing to help out the community. And we were always looking for help in terms of donations, volunteer help, and the best way to learn about us is to go to DetroitGoodfellows.org.
That's your website?
Yeah.
Do you have a phone number?
No, we like to have folks go to us through the website, and that will give us that will connect you to our executive director by email. And again, think about applying online for next year.
Okay. Do you have any events or anything coming up this year? Any type of events coming up this year or next year, between now and the first part of next year?
Not right now. We've distributed our packages. Our next big event would be volunteers helping us dress the dolls. We'll have a Teacher of the Year award. And then in September, October, depending on when we can get availability of Cobo Hall, we'll have our Goodfellow breakfast. And there we get about 1,000 people to recognize a civic leader in Detroit.
When is the Goodfellows breakfast?
It's usually September to October. We have to get availability of Cobo Hall. That's one thing, and then
you're talking about September, October 2017.
Yeah, next year.
Okay.
We just had one this year. We honored Dan and Amy Lepp from Blue Cross Blue Shield, and it was we get about 1,000 people there, and that's a wonderful event too that people can attend.
What all takes place at the Goodfellows breakfast?
We'll have about most of the politicians and civic leaders in town will be on the dais. This year we had Mayor Duggan making remarks. We'll get Pete Waldmeyer he was one of the Goodfellows for a number of years. He's still with us, of course, newspaper sports reporter for the news. And it's just a wonderful breakfast, and we recognize somebody who's given back to the community each year.
Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Wow. Wonderful. What a tremendous show. What a tremendous show with Marshall Hunt here, talking about Goodfellows and, all the great things that Goodfellows have done for the community residents down through the years. But I've been your host today, Prophet Cedric Banks, along with
Prophetess Donetta Banks.
And along with
Marshall Hunt.
From
the Detroit Goodfellows.
From the Detroit Goodfellows. All right. We'll be seeing you. God bless you. Welcome to the Community Show, Real Story Television Show. I'm your host, Prophet Cedric Banks, along with
Prophetess Donetta Banks.
Have a great, great show for you today. We're going to be talking about Accounting Aid Society today with Marshall Hunt. He wears 2 hats. Probably more than that, but 2 that I know of. And I know you've probably seen him representing Goodfellows. Now he's representing Accounting Aid Society. Marshall Hunt, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you, job is with the Accounting Aid Society, and my true volunteer activities is with Goodfellows, and both great organizations. Accounting Aid's been around not as long as Goodfellows. Accounting Aid's been around only 45 years.
Wow.
And we help about 20,000 people a year get their taxes done, all for free.
All for free.
All free.
Now, if a person comes, because we got a lot of people look at this TV show.
Yeah.
A lot of people look at this TV show. If a person comes, they want their taxes done. So it's a good thing, number one, they don't have to have no money. Now, is there any qualifications, any criterias, or anything, you know, oh, we can go to Marshall Hunt because we don't have to have any money, they'll do our taxes free, but first of all, before we all rush Marshall Hunt, let's find out if there's any criterias or anything, like, got to make a certain amount of money or whatever. I want to be straight up with you. I'm not going to push you into the direction of this man and everything, and there may be criterias or whatever. First, let's get this. Is there any criterias or anything?
There is.
Oh,
we want to make sure we help those who need our help the most. So we will serve families up to 54,000 of income, single people up to 35. So
if a single person make 32,000, they don't qualify.
No, we will serve them. Once they will serve them up to 35,000.
Oh, up to 35,000. Okay, so if a single person make 36,000, they just missed it.
They just missed it, and we really believe at that level they should be able to get some other help. But we want to help the lower income taxpayers. Our average taxpayer makes less than that, but we will serve to those limits. It's really important that people that are working as employees or self-employed file to get the earned income tax credit. We're working with Mayor Duggan's office this coming tax season and for the next couple of years to make sure that everybody who qualifies gets the earned income credit.
Now, you're working with Mayor Duggan's office this season.
Yes.
So what are you and Mayor Duggan? You're in conjunction with Mayor Duggan.
Yes.
Okay. What are you all in conjunction about? Okay. You know, let the people know. What are you and Mayor Duggan in conjunction about? The mayor of the city of Detroit.
There you go. It's to make sure that people are aware of the earned income tax credit, and that basically is a credit that goes to people who are working. It can be very large. If you're making $14,000 a year, have 3 children at home, you can get a credit of over $6,000. That's a credit that you can get a refund for. So, and sometimes that people miss that because they don't.
So you can give me that again. Bring that back to me again.
If I'm working and making as little as $14,000 a year.
$14,000 a year.
3 children.
3 children.
There's technical requirements, of course.
3 children.
Yep. I could get a refund of over $6,000.
So an individual can get a refund over $6,000 when they file their taxes if they got at least 3 children.
Yep.
And they're making $14,000 a year.
Yeah, and it can be.
Now that's a big tax return right there. $6,000, huh? That's a big tax return. Big tax return, yes.
The credit is really available all the way up to $54,000 for a married couple, but it peaks at around $14,000 to $23,000 a year, and then it gets smaller as you make more money. But it's a big credit. People don't sometimes realize it's waiting for them, and they may decide not to file, thinking, "Well, I'm not getting much of a refund, so I'm not going to file." But people should file. You should always file, even if you think you owe. Things don't get better if you don't file. So you really want to file. And
then the thing is, there's help for you if you owe.
There is.
So you're not just out there in limbo. They'll work with you. Yeah. They'll set you on agreement plans and many times there is organizations where you can get those back taxes and things like that waived. They'll,
Well,
remove them.
that's us too. We're known primarily for our tax preparation activities, but we also have a low-income taxpayer clinic, which I'm involved with, and we help people who have problems with the IRS. It's a similar income limit. We go with a 250% of poverty limit there. You have to be below that, but we will help with IRS problems. We also at Accounting Aid have financial coaching. We're also involved with helping small businesses get started. So we do a lot, and our services are all free.
So you help small businesses get started?
Yeah.
Now, wow, when you said that just struck something in my spirit, because we have a lot of future entrepreneurs and future business men and women. I just had a lady come to me last week. We were at Black Caucus. She block club leader in the District 3 area. She said, Bishop, I'm looking to start a business and everything. I'm looking to start a business. I want to start a business where I can, make some money. I mean, I'm sure I know you want to start a business where you can make some money. Anytime you start a business, you don't want to make no money. You want to make some cash, right? You need some cash. How can one out there in TV land, or not just out there in TV land, right here in this audience today, if they're looking to start a business, how can you help them get a business or a business loan or a business or whatever?
Well, where we come in is we help with the taxes. We help people with their bookkeeping and get their books set up and their taxes. We work with other organizations, though, they're doing the groundwork and helping them set up a business plan. There's a number of groups out there that can give you some training on how to set up your business, how to develop your plan. But then we work with them on referrals to help people with the tax part of it.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring you on in now, Pastor Donetta. Do you have a question for Marshall Hunt, a diverse man of many different backgrounds? We'll just leave it like that. A diverse man of many different backgrounds.
Okay, I'm wondering about you help businesses with their taxes. Okay, so how is it through referral only, or could they just go to your website and contact Accounting Aid Society and then see that resource is available to them?
They can contact Accounting Aid Society, and the best way to contact us is to go to our website, accountingaidssociety.org. We have a section on business help. We have a section on financial coaching, low-income taxpayer clinic, and tax preparation. They can also call us at 313-556-1920. For tax preparation, we'll be taking appointments beginning January 3rd. Most of we have 20 tax sites set up during tax season. We have several open year-round, but we'll be setting up the sites, getting ready to, again, we hope to serve more than 20,000 people this year. And a couple of things I wanted to add on that. They are by appointment, so we do want people to call. And that's very convenient. They don't have to wait all day to get their taxes done. They set an appointment and come in. If you're not working, there's still credits available. Working or not, there's the Michigan Homestead Property Credit. There's a Michigan Home Heating Credit, and we do a lot of work with those. So a senior who's retired getting Social Security, disabled person on SSI, there could be credits. If they're renting or owning a home, there's credits out there that we help with too. So there's a lot of opportunity. I just urge people to, if they haven't filed last year or the year before, come in and get current, and then we'll work with them throughout the year to get their other taxes caught up.
So you help them get their taxes current?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We will. Now during season we're so busy, we'll work on the current returns now, but we're open all year to help with back taxes.
Okay. Wow.
It's important.
Now, do you help with city taxes and state taxes?
Oh, absolutely. Anybody that has to file a federal return will file a state and city return. It's all electronically filed, so we get the refunds back as quickly as possible. And I do urge taxpayers to...
I'm mentioning if someone owes city taxes and state taxes, do you help with that city and state? Because many places don't help with the city and state.
Yeah, if it's our funding is...
Unless it's like at a $10,000 or something like that.
Well, we would help at any level if it's related to a federal return. So if they owe on a federal return, we can help them with that. If they also owe on state and city, we can help with that. It's got to be kind of, because of our funding, it's got to be related to a federal return. But it usually is. If they haven't paid the federal, they haven't paid their state and city either, typically. So we can help with that. And we're open year-round for that service.
Is there a limit on the businesses, how much they have to have brought in before they can get a...
I'd have to, usually what we're looking to do is help somebody that's starting up, get their books and their taxes in order. And eventually we'd like, as they grow, then we would, hopefully they'd be in a position to go and get more complicated, more help from a paid professional. We don't want to take business away from people who are paid to do it, paid preparers, paid business advisors, but we want to help the people that really can't afford it to get started and get in a position where they'll do great things and get help later.
All right. Wonderful. You know, I think that is very, very well at what you're doing. You're doing so many great things out here in the community. Mr. Marshall Hunt, would you give your phone number out one more time?
Sure. At the county aid, our number is 313-556-1920, and we'll begin taking appointments for this tax season, January 3rd.
And you also are the vice president for Goodfellows?
Also, in my spare time, I'm vice president of the Goodfellows, another great organization.
Okay, can you give them the Goodfellows website?
Yeah.
Where they can go on the website and they can prepare to get their Christmas blessings next year.
Right, that would be www.detroitgoodfellows.org. And there our 2017 application is available online right now.
You can get it online right now.
Yep, and apply, and then you don't have to worry about getting it, sending it in the mail, later in the year. Normally the mail-in ones have to be in by October 31st, and they're sent out to civic organizations and the police precincts beginning in August typically.
Okay. All right, what a show today. Vice President of the Goodfellows was sitting right next to us today, passing out some valuable information. Also, I've been your host today, Prophet Cedric Banks of the Community Shall Be Restored TV show, and
Prophetess Danetta Banks.
And we'll see you next Saturday night at 8 p.m. prime time, Comcast Channel 90 at 8 p.m. And I've been your host, Prophet Cedric Banks. God bless you and enjoy your Christmas holiday. And always remember the real true meaning of Christmas is not the turkey, the dressing, cranberry sauce, or none of that. The real true meaning of Christmas is Christ.
Can I get a witness? Hey.